Hey, what is going on, Jets fans? And welcome back into the channel. This is Richie Malora talking to you live on Jets Media. And today is the final day of Jets OTAs. I want to talk about the latest news that we're getting from the New York Jets at OTAs. The Jets rookies are shining, man. The Jets rookies are making their presence be known. They're making their presence be felt. Okay? And I'm excited about it because I think that the rookies showing up early on at OTAs shows you all you need to know about what we can expect from this football team early on at OTAs, heading into training camp, all that fun stuff. Mason Taylor is going to be the guy I want to highlight the most in this live show. So make sure you guys do me a solid favor and smash the like button on your way in. Subscribe to the channel. Got a lot of fun things to talk about today. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Thursday, June 5th. Hit that like button right on your way in. We got Hennessy Heisman making his presence be felt in the chat early and often. It's actually happening, people. The Jets are going to be awesome. Oh, I hope so, mister. I hope so, R&R. Richie, my man, how are you? I'm doing fantastic. How are you, my man? How are you? That thumbnail is getting burned into my screen. Now, what does that mean? Does that mean the thumbnail is a good thumbnail or a bad thumbnail? I'm confused. Jets Media doesn't get better than this. Jets. You know the vibes. Jets, Jets. Thank you, Michael, for giving us that love, giving us that support, as we always do. So let's get straight into business and talk about all the things that we need to talk about. So the Jets rookies are shining at OTAs, and you talk about Mason Taylor. I think his role has been revealed because Aaron Glenn spoke to the media, and he was glowing about Mason Taylor's blocking abilities. And I think that really tells you what we can expect from Mason Taylor is that he is going to get involved in the run game, right? He's going to be involved in the run game. And that's something that I think is going to be important because he's going to be blocking. He is going to be all over the place in terms of blocking. But the pass-catching ability from Mason Taylor is on full display. And then you got Azareye'h Thomas, my guy. If you guys know me by now, it's like, all right, Richie, we get it. You like Azareye'h Thomas. How much longer are you going to talk about this guy? Well, I'm going to keep talking about it, baby, because Azareye'h Thomas is locking things up. And I think he's running with the starters already, which I find very, very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. I think that he has a real chance to be the starting corner next to Sauce. And I just have been really impressed with him early on. And I think that he has the body. He's got the frame. He's got the physicality. He's got the football IQ. He's got the confidence in himself to really start for this football team right away and make his presence be felt. So I think that Azareye'h Thomas is a great, great guy to see go out there and make some plays. Also want to let you guys know that Jets Roundtable has officially been launched on X. If you guys want to go give it a follow, this is the official Roundtable Sports affiliate account on X, which we are going to be growing. And it's been a lot of fun to build Roundtable Sports. Just so you guys know, when I'm not live and I'm not making content, it's not like I'm sitting on my, you know what, just doing nothing. I'm doing a lot of work behind the scenes, building Roundtable Sports, a lot of infrastructure work. It takes a lot to build a company from scratch, and that's what I'm trying to do here with Roundtable Sports. So if you guys want to do me a favor, go support Roundtable Sports by simply following Jets Roundtable on X. We're also on Instagram, which has been awesome. We made our first Instagram post over there on the Jets Roundtable, which was pretty big. Here was the first post on Instagram talking about Sauce Gardner being ranked the best corner in football on PFF. And I think that, I mean, he just had to go out there and prove it. He just had to go out there and prove it this year because I love that he's getting the recognition that he deserves, but he's got to go out there and do it all over again for the Jets in year number 4. All right, so that's exciting. Jets Roundtable content is doing their thing. Cisco is a major addition. Yes, Andre Cisco did have an interception at practice that people are talking about. Andre Cisco, I think, has a chance to add something to this defense that we have not seen in a long time, which is simply being a ball hawk, right? You talk about the ball hawking ability of Andre Cisco. It's something that the Jets have not seen in this defense for a long time. So with Robert Saleh, we didn't really have anybody that was consistent at taking the ball away. As great as Sauce Gardner is, that's not part of his game. That's not part of his game. And this is something I noticed. So this is the starting secondary on the field. Azareye'h Thomas is on the field with Tony Adams and Brandon Stevens and Andre Cisco. Now, unless they run onto the field, but I don't think so. Because look, if you pause it, and I was analyzing this yesterday when I saw this video. You got Jamie Sherwood. See, Thomas is on the field. So what I'm trying to figure out is who are the starters right now early on in camp? Because we got Tony Adams on the field. Brandon Stevens is on the field with Cisco. So it looks like Tony Adams and Cisco, the two safeties. Thomas and maybe Sauce. I don't see Sauce. Okay, maybe that's why. I think this was the practice that Sauce was not there. So maybe that's why Thomas was on the field. I don't know. But Andre Cisco gets the interception. He celebrates with his teammates. And you love to see it. I think he's a big addition as well. So Sauce was not there. That's probably why. I just realized it. I just realized it myself. But you love the swagger. You love the energy coming from this Jets team as the secondary man. Gibson is about to break out. Mark my words. He is also running with the ones right there. Yeah, he is. Xavier Gibson had a fantastic catch at practice early on in this week of OTAs where he tipped it up to himself. And I think he has a big, and I talked about him the other day on the channel. Here is the clip of Xavier Gibson making that catch. Look at that. Jets roundtable all over it. Jets wide receiver Xavier Gibson has been flashing at OTAs. Could he have a breakout season? Skeet thinks he will. Tipping it up to himself. I think that he reminds me of a Jamison Crowder. That's someone that I really remind me of, man. That reminds me of a Jamison Crowder, is the play style of Xavier Gibson. Now, another rookie I wanted to talk about is Malachi Moore. Malachi Moore had an interception at practice this week, is showing off his ability to be a ball hawk. I think it's going to be hard for him to start right away because I think the starting safeties are going to be Cisco and Tony Adams. But I think he has a chance to compete with Tony Adams for that job. It's going to be an open competition for that opportunity. Arian Smith, of course, is another guy that we have been talking about. And something that we want to make sure that we are aware of, according to Aaron Glenn, his words is they're practicing in underwear. It's OTAs, man. It's OTAs. And what that means is, right? What that means is it's OTAs, so you can't really evaluate practice yet. You can't really evaluate, especially a guy like Arian Smith, who had a touchdown at practice this week. Okay? And I feel like when the pads go on, that is when everything starts to really, really figure it all out in terms of physicality, in terms of all that fun stuff. So that's also in mind that deep dive into the OTAs from that much. We got to really make sure that we keep our heads even keeled. All right. Want to remind everybody that Jets Media Day tickets are available, as I've reminded you all already this week. We are going to the home opener, the first game of the season, our first opportunity to see Justin Fields and the New York Jets go out there and execute against the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is going to be a lot of fun, man. If you guys want to check it out, the link is in the top of the chat, also in the description of the video. Email me at jetsmediaevents@gmail.com for more information. If you have any questions, comments, concerns about it. Again, you guys know what the tickets come with. Comes with a prime seating in the mezzanine section, section 228A to be exact. An all-inclusive tailgate party with food, drinks, live DJ hosted by the great, legendary Gotham City crew. Shout out to them. We're all seated together. And you also, when you buy a ticket through me, get exclusive access to the field. Exclusive access to the field when the game is all wrapped up. This was our group last year. Shout out to all the people that came through to Jets Media Day last year. It was a lot of fun. Hopefully, we're celebrating with a W Okay, so if you guys want to come through to the event this year, that link is pinned at the top of the chat. We're really excited about it, man. We're really, really excited about it. And yeah, Mason Taylor has been one of those players as a rookie that I'm really expecting to, like, if there was one rookie I think that's going to go out there and be a dog immediately, it's probably him. In both stats. Now, I don't want to have my expectations super high for all these rookies because remember, they're rookies. We have to give them opportunities. We got to give them time to learn the system, learn the speed of the NFL and all that stuff. But I really do think that you look at everything he's about, there's a good opportunity for him to find his rhythm with this Jets team early on, okay? Early on. Now, I'm feeling generous today, so I wanted to gift 5 Jets Media memberships away because I love members because you guys get access to the exclusive emojis. So I wanted to give it to Bang, Knock Andrew, Philip, NYJ, Dave, Why Me, the Jets fan. Just got gifted Jets Media membership, so make sure you guys go check out the membership emojis. You got the Sauce Gardner emojis. You got the Aaron Glenn emojis, the evil eyes of Darren Muji, Roundtable Sport logo, whatever the case may be. Go check it out. Big shout out to everybody in the chat. I appreciate you guys big time for supporting the channel. Smith is a steal. Same with Thomas. I hope so, man. It would be fantastic if this team can go out there and make some plays, man. Make some moves from the rookie class perspective. This rookie class has a chance to really show up and show out as one of the best draft classes we've had in a while since that Garrett Wilson sauce class. Braylon Allen tush push would feed families. I mean, we don't need to have a tush push with Braylon Allen. Just go out there and hand him the football. Something that the Jets last year did not do, by the way. We just decided to not give the ball to Braylon Allen on short yardage situations. And by the way, I just noticed my Jets Media sign is down. Gotta fix it. Yes, I'm wearing a Garrett Wilson rookie and sophomore year t-shirt when he was rocking number 17. Folks, do me a favor, hit that like button on your way into the show. Really does help out, propel this channel out to the algorithm. So hit that like button. We appreciate you guys big time. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to let me know in the chat. What is Corley's injury? It's undisclosed. We don't know, basically. They didn't say what it is, but I'll tell you right now, someone like Corley getting injured right now is definitely not a good sign for him. It's not a good sign for him at all. I hope he's okay, and I hope he can get on the field. We heard Aaron Glenn talk about Corley, and he basically said a lot of interesting things about how they're going to utilize him. I'm going to see if I can pull it up because I think Aaron Glenn spoke pretty interesting, right? So here is what Aaron Glenn had to say on Malachi Corley right here.
Working through something now, but there wasn't a lot of film on him last year. So what are your overall thoughts on him as a player and what he needs to work on, and maybe a role potentially?
Here's what I remember from Corley is his ability to get the ball in his hands and make something happen. And when you have a player like that, the first thing you think about is screens. You think about punt return, kick return. You think about things like that. And now we have a ways to go to really try to figure out exactly where we're going to place him because he's been in and out, and that's just what it is. No, but there's a plan for him, and we're going to make sure that we try to utilize him to what he can do best. And we've seen that in college, and hopefully he gets well soon when we get a chance to utilize his skill set.
So he mentioned the screen game and punt and kick return game. So I don't know if this is a good sign for Mr. Malachi Corley. I think that he has a lot of potential in this league, of course, but I feel like if you're a Jets fan and you look at him getting hurt early on, I don't know what the injury is, but there's a lot of people on the depth chart that are going to try to replace him. And I think that's my biggest thing. I wanted to make sure people realize that there's not a lot of room for error when it comes to Malachi Corley. He got Xavier Gipson to compete with. He's got Arian Smith to compete with, right? So I think that Corley's got to get healthy, and then training camp when the pads go on is going to be really where it matters the most because OTAs is pretty much wrapped up. We got mandatory minicamp coming up soon. That's going to be a really big. I'm assuming he's done for the whole OTAs. I don't know what the exact injury is, but definitely interesting to hear from Aaron Glenn's thoughts of it. And I think that Aaron Glenn has always so many interesting things to say, and I always love hearing what he has to say, bro. I really do. I think that Aaron Glenn is just a man that speaks a lot of truth when it comes to his guys. Now, I wanted to highlight Mason Taylor a little bit more. This was early on this week at practice where Mason Taylor had 2 touchdown passes caught by Justin Fields. He's running with the ones. And I think that the tight end position is pretty much open. It's going to be, look at Garrett Wilson there to dap him up. Love to see that. That's freaking awesome. And I think that Justin Fields is going to lean on his tight ends a lot this season. And Mason Taylor is going to be the first one to get that opportunity. I think there's going to be a lot of targets. He's going to get open over the middle of the field. And he kind of feels like a veteran. Like he feels like a young vet, but he's a rookie. And I think that's because he's the son of a great football player. When you are a son of an NFL player at this, especially the level of his father, you are grown up with that discipline. You're grown up with that professionalism. And you could feel it already, man. He just seems so reliable is the word. I feel like Taylor is going to be that reliable weapon for Justin Fields to lean on, man. And it's exciting to see him thrive early on at camp. And I'm curious to see if that will continue for this Jets team as we continue on heading into training camp. Now, today is the final day of OTAs. If you guys did not know, this was Justin Fields throwing it up to Breeze, right? So, I don't know, man. I think that today being the last day is sad because all of a sudden there's going to be such a long wait of Jets content that we'll be waiting for. So here's all the latest content that we got. Shout out to SNY for all of the footage over there. They get access to, of course, camp and get to release this awesome footage. There's some Woody Johnson, Christopher Johnson on the field together. Let's go, man. Do you think we have enough DT depth? Honestly, content with Noddy and Leonard Taylor behind Q. Yeah, I mean, I think it's not the greatest position group that we have, but I think they have room to improve. 100%. Please like, support, subscribe to Jets Media YouTube channel at the like button. Smash a like button. Richie's phenomenal. New York Jets content creator, human being, and Jets fan. Wow. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. Madden should drop early. I'm excited to play Madden this year, bro. I mean, if you play Madden, you know it's fun when you have a mobile quarterback. So I'm about to have a lot of fun with Justin Fields as our QB. And you know I'm going to be making some Madden content when that drops. You best believe I'll be making some Madden content when that eventually drops, which I'm excited about. Very, very excited about. Right? Now you see all these players do the drills on the football field right here for the New York Jets at OTAs. There's so many guys to watch, especially when it goes into training camp and it starts to go into the preseason world. And we got 90 players trying to fight for that spot. Here's Xavier Gibson running some routes. Man, I feel like there's a lot of guys fighting for their jobs. And I think we could all agree that it's time to extend Mr. Garrett Wilson. When is it going to happen, man? If it's not now, when? We got news early this morning, not early this morning, 3 hours ago, that Rashad Bateman has been extended by the Baltimore Ravens, right? And I responded to it. Garrett Wilson's next, please, man. I need that breaking news that Garrett Wilson's extended like I need air. Come on, man. Give him a 4-year, 100-something mil contract already, Booj. Let's see it. We need it. I need it. I mean, congratulations to Rashad Bateman for getting his bag. This is a pretty good deal, man, if you're thinking about it. 3 years, 36, basically what, 37 mil? That is definitely a steal, bro. He's very underrated. That's a great deal. Garrett Wilson's contract is going to be way more than that, man. Way more than that. Way more than that. So we'll see when Garrett Wilson gets his bag. Hopefully it's soon. Sal comes on in, says, Richie, you've come a long way. Getting better at being a homer media should be objective. Tell TD. Hey, man, I'm trying my best out here, man. I'm trying my best to go out there and be the best creator that I can. Objectively. As objective as I humanly can, man. You feel me? Extend Garrett and Sauce can wait. I don't know. Do you guys think Sauce should wait? I think we should be able to extend them both. Deep threat guy, good move. Don't forget we have to pay Jermaine and Will, too, in a year or two. Yeah, Jermaine Johnson's coming off an Achilles, so he's got to wait a little bit before he gets his contract because we have to make sure he's healthy. Right? Will McDonald, I think if there's anybody that's going to be a baller on defense this year, it is Mr. Will McDonald himself. He is absolutely fantastic. Will McDonald. Which is exciting. All right. Now, when it comes to the storylines, I think coming out of OTAs, the most things that I'm noticing is that this season, and like I've said multiple times, is going to be all about installing an infrastructure. And I hope that us Jets fans are all aligned this year, man. I really do. I think that the mindset amongst the fan base needs to be the same, man. We need to be in unison. Where there's a difference. You can be really excited and about this football team without expecting them to do great things. That makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense in your guys' minds. Because I'm personally, and you know what? I want to stand up. So I'm going to make this the standing desk mode, baby. Because I'm getting a little fired up. I'm getting a little antsy. But basically what I'm trying to say is I think Jets fans' expectations should be very reasonable this year. And even if the Jets win 6 to 7 games, there's still a chance that that's looked at as a positive. Now, that's not a loser's mentality. That's just, it's going to take a lot for this team to figure themselves out early on, man. I'm not expecting them to click immediately and shock the world. That's also not me saying it's impossible for them to figure it out and click right away. I think that's also a possibility. Devontae Adams shirt or G5 shirt, old number. This is a old Garrett Wilson shirt. Don't worry. I would not wear a Devontae Adams shirt right now. I never wear players' jerseys or shirts that are either no longer on the team and didn't have an impact with the Jets. Like, I'll wear a Darrelle Revis shirt. I'll wear a Nick Mangold shirt, but I'm not going to wear that. Anything but that. Rich, you see that Mets game last night? Yes, sir. Huge series win. How about Big Pete Alonso? Woo, going oppo and then pulling that thing for a second homer. Juan Soto. I saw Lindor's not in the lineup today after getting hit in the foot. How many wins with Arthur Smith as the coach? Oh, I think you're talking. You're having your own conversation there, Henny. I was like, wait, what are you talking about Arthur Smith? He's not our coach. But folks, we got around 100 people live watching on YouTube. Do me a solid favor. Simply like the show on your way in, man. We're excited to talk some ball, excited to talk some Jets. And I feel like when you are all looking at each other in the face as Jets fans, I think there should be a level of reasonable excitement. And I hope that we can all do that together. Please do that together. Do you guys think that's possible? Do you guys think it's possible to have some excitement coming on in? Together? Come on, man. Mutt Biles, member for 22 months. Man, that's a long time. 10-7 is reasonable. We have the team, finally have some leaders. Our head coach and offensive coordinator have high praise on Justin Fields. So Why not think like this? There's nothing wrong with thinking like that, my man. Nothing wrong with it whatsoever. I think it's actually a possibility, but I need to see it on the football field first. I need to see how they're operating before I really get bought in like that and see it come to fruition. I think that the coaching staff is probably the biggest X factor in terms of building this team, putting the players in the proper situation, because I've been on record saying, I believe in this roster. I believe in the personnel. It's not like a lack of talent issue. There's some teams out there that have talent issues. The Jets are not one of those teams. The Jets have talent. A lot of it, actually. They're not perfect. They have some holes around the roster. But if you look at this Jets team on paper, it looks pretty darn good. The only question is two things. Who's Aaron Glenn and who's Justin Fields this year? Right? There's a lot of young players. Are they going to be able to figure out ways to win? Because you could play good football, but you need to learn how to win, man. You need to have experience in when it's late in the fourth quarter. How do you figure out ways to play winning football? Make the winning play. Get that crucial third down stop in the fourth quarter. Or say the goal for a fourth down. Get that critical stop. Or on offense, you're down 4 points with 5 minutes to go. Can you drive the field and score a touchdown to put the team in a spot to win? They need to learn, like, winning games in this league is not easy. I don't care who they're versing. I really don't. So we got to see, man. We got to see. Let's do it. After last year, I never want to hear about what we look like on paper, yells Greg. I get it. I get it. But the reason why I bring up that is because I believe this year we actually have the proper coaching staff in place to be able to take advantage of that good roster on paper. You feel me? That's what I'm saying. I think now we actually have the right people in place to build this team and get it all on the field, executing at the highest level possible. That's my point, man. And you look at this team, bro. You look at them, and I like how we're moving in silence. I like that the world is counting us out. I like that nobody's expecting anything from this football team. I like that they're building this team from the ground up. I love the idea of not going out externally and try to bring in stars and try to, save the team that way. No, they're trying to build this team from within. They're giving Justin Fields an opportunity to prove himself in this league. They're giving rookies real shots. They got an offensive line that is extremely youthful. They got a tight end room that's extremely young, a running back room. Like, the entire offense is pure youth. Quarterback young, running back position young, tight end position young. Our number one receiver is extremely young. The wide receivers around Garrett Wilson are young, outside of Lazard and Reynolds. Like, there's a lot of youth, man. And I think that, and like, what did Aaron Glenn say recently that was so awesome to hear? What was it? What was it? Here it is. This is what I'm talking about. Like, when's the last time we had a coach that talked like this? So this was Aaron Glenn on Quincy Williams. And shout out to Harrison Glazer. Great X-follow. Always posting the best Jets content. He posted this. This is a direct quote from Aaron Glenn on Quincy Williams. Like, this is some coach talk that I don't think us Jets fans are used to. So this is Aaron Glenn on Quincy. He said, I told Quincy when he first came and met with me that there are some things I want him to work on, and he is doing everything he can to get better at those things. Listen, I don't lie to players. He's a really good player, but there are also some things he's got to get better at, and he understands that. That goes to show you the sign of a really, really good player, because they're okay with criticism. And in this league, even the best players get criticized, but they want to be too, because they want to be better. And he's one of those guys that wants to be better. So I pulled him into my office. I told him the things he needs to work on, but he knows what he's good at and the things he needs to work on, and he's doing everything he can to get better at those things. Do you guys realize how refreshing this is? I'm not used to this. Robert Saleh never did this. Saleh would just cheer on the good and never bring up the bad, never be real. Like, that's the biggest shift. Everyone keeps saying that Glenn is another version of Saleh. That's the most laziest narrative. Why? Just because they're both defensive coordinators? This is their first job? Is that the only thing that you see? Like, no. When it comes to tendencies and philosophy, this is exactly what you want to hear from a head coach. Yeah, Quincy Williams, you're a good football player, but there's some things in your game that I know that you can improve on. I'm going to tell you how to do it. Even the best players get checked. I'm sure he says the same thing to Quinnen Williams, his brother. Yeah, Quinnen Williams, multi-time All-Pro, getting paid the big bucks, but I'm sure there's some things about his game he wants to improve on. Like, this is great. You think Saleh did this? You think Robert Saleh would go up to his players and tell them these types of things? No, he didn't. Saleh was the cheerful guy. Saleh was, yay, Quincy, you're so good. But not, how can we get you better? And I also don't want to make it seem like Saleh was like terrible as a defensive coach, because Saleh did develop this defense. Saleh and his coaching staff was responsible for the development of Quincy Williams. So it's not like he didn't do anything good on defense. I mean, from a head coach standpoint, it's a disaster. But from a defensive perspective, Saleh was great at developing his own, especially the linebackers. So I think this is an encouraging sign. And this is just a little bit of a behind the curtain of the type of head coach that Aaron Glenn is. And this is refreshing. It's like there's a realism here. He will tell you. You ever hear the saying, you rather be real than nice? You want your friends in your life, you want your family members in your life to be real rather than nice, because it's either one, they're not being real with you and they're just telling you what you want to hear. No one wants that. I mean, I'll speak from experience. I don't want to be someone that people give me criticism or they don't give me criticism because they're scared to hurt my feelings. Like, no, I'm an open book. Tell me where I'm wrong. Tell me where I can improve. I want to hear. I'm not an ego maniac. Tell me where I can improve. I'm not perfect. And that's how this coaching staff is going to operate. They're going to dig deep into each individual player, tell them how they can improve, what they're great at, and what they can improve on. So that's just like refreshing stuff that I'm noticing. That is a big shift, a very big shift. And you never know. What if we see a completely different version of Quincy Williams now this year? He's going to get blitzed more than he's ever been blitzed in his life. Him and Jamie and Sherwood, I think, are going to be really fun to watch this year, man. I really do. I think the linebacker duo of Quincy Williams and Jamie and Sherwood is going to be fun. Absolutely. So it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time, man. Oh, boy. This is exciting me because not only has this Jets football team been missing a quarterback forever, we've been missing a legit head coach. A legit head coach. And here is Aaron Glenn on Justin Fields, if you guys have not heard him speak on about Justin Fields.
There's things about that player. I think every coach that want those players to have, and he has this quiet confidence about himself. He leads by the way that he wants to lead. All right, his influence with the guys out there, I think you guys can see it. He can galvanize a group of men. Listen, obviously he's a talented player, and listen, I'm happy that I have him as my quarterback. I really am, because I think the sky's the limit for this player. I really do. Listen, I'm not going to go out there and say that he's the next Joe Namath or anything like that. But I will tell you what, man, he's going to be a good player for us. And I'm excited what he's going to do for us this season. There's things about that player.
He's obviously very excited about the whole idea of Justin Fields. And I think it's really important to note here that Aaron Glenn genuinely believes in him, and I feel like that confidence that Aaron Glenn has in Justin Fields is going to get the best version of Justin Fields himself. You feel me? Like, I think the quiet confidence that Justin Fields goes out there and operates on, he's going to be able to feel that same type of confidence himself, man. And that fires me up. That should fire you up if you're a fan of the New York Jets, which I'm pretty sure every single one of you guys watching are. I mean, we got some straggler fans. That's not here, but you love to hear that from Coach, man. Absolutely love to hear it. So there's a lot of interesting things going on regarding this football team. And now that OTAs is going to be wrapped up and we got minicamp happening over the weekend, we're going to have some interesting things, man. We're going to have some real interesting things. Woo! Let's go, baby. I'm fired up right now, even thinking about all this. So we got Fourth and Forever coming up soon. If you guys want to check out Fourth and Forever, make sure you do so. And also want to remind everybody that the Jets Roundtable account has been launched on X. If you guys want to come support the Jets Roundtable account, come give us a follow. We got 125 followers over there already. If you guys want to support the growing page of the Jets Roundtable, come pull up and support us. We are on Instagram, and there's going to be a separate YouTube channel as well. So this is the affiliate Jets Roundtable account underneath the Roundtable Sports umbrella. Really, really excited about it. Really, really excited. Indy Jets with the $5 super chat. Richie, my brother, you're wrong for being a Knicks fan. You can do better. Let's go Pacers. Indy Jets. Come on, man. What do you expect me to be a Pacers fan being from New York? I know you're trolling me. I know you're joking with me. But, man. Oh, that stinks. The Knicks should be getting ready for game 1 of the NBA Finals tonight. But no, not the case because of those damn Indiana Pacers. Well, good luck in the finals. I hope we get swept. That's all I'm going to say about that. Indy Jets, thank you for the super chat, my man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. At least you're a Jets fan. At least you're a Jets fan. That's really all that matters, right? So there's a lot of things I'm sure that's going to come out of Jets minicamp. That's mandatory. We're going to see the whole team come together. And I hope people realize mandatory minicamp is literally no different than OTAs. It's just, it's mandatory. Now, that's where Aaron Rodgers decided not to show up. If you guys remember, that's the one that he did not show up. So we'll see. But, man. We got Justin Fields dropping dimes at practice. What is he going to look like at OTAs? This is the connection to Justin Fields to Josh Reynolds. And I think Justin Fields and Reynolds are going to have a little bit of a connection. If there's one receiver that I feel like is going to be reliable, it's going to be Josh Reynolds. Now, I'm not expecting Reynolds to take the league by storm by any stretch of the imagination, but I think he's going to be reliable. I think he's really the only veteran in this offense. He's the oldest player on offense, besides Tyrod Taylor, who's the backup quarterback. So he's got some interesting experience, and I think the Jets are going to lean on him a lot. And I also want to remind everybody that Justin Fields has been looking really good at OTAs. And again, it's just OTAs. We can't really take it too much. But everybody tells me that Fields can't throw. But all things I'm hearing coming out of camp is that he can throw. And he's throwing with precision, accuracy, rhythm, all that fun stuff. So we'll see. Well, folks, thank you so much for tuning into another edition of Jets Media. We're about to be live on Fourth and Forever right after this show. So if you guys want to come over and check us out on Fourth and Forever, it's a daily NFL show, Monday through Friday, weekdays. If you guys want to come over and support us, that's about to be live right here, right now. So go check us out over on Roundtable Sports. All right, we'll see you guys then. I got to wrap it up here. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Today was the last day of OTAs, by the way. Today was the last day of OTAs. And the next time we get media there will be at minicamp. Minicamp. All right. So interesting stuff coming out of Jets world. And when training camp starts, that's when we're really going to get excited. That's when like all the energy starts picking up. That's when all the vibe starts going. Let's freaking get it. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'll see you guys then, man. Much love to everybody in the chat. Let's go Jets. I'm out.